So now that we know how to get basic information from a website, it's time to learn how to get more information. So for example, here we got the URL and we also got the title from the main page. What if we want to get information from each single URL? Because here, as you can see, we have this href for each single article, and we might want to get information from that URL. So we need to kind of go to that URL and then pull out some information. How can we do that? Well, let me show you a great example that explains this, and you will probably need to use that in order to get further information from a website or websites. So here, if you go to this website is just a blog. As you can see, it has many articles, and as you can see, each article is just a title, and it's not just a title, it's a title with a link. So this title is a link. If you click on it, it's gonna take you to another page where you will be able to read more, get more information and read the full article. So suppose that we want to go to this URL, and then we want to get these four, I think they are four articles. We want to get the title and the link, and then we want to get the full article. We want to get more information from each single article. Manually, we would have to click on each single article. We would have to click on this, and then we would have to copy the complete paragraphs from this page, and then we would have to go back and then click on another article, and then get or pull out information, or pull out the article and the text from this page, and then we would have to go back and repeat the process over and over and over again. And it would be very, very time consuming, and it's gonna just be terrible to do that, and it's gonna take you a lot of time and money. Especially if the page that you are interested in has lots of blogs or lots of articles or lots of links, it's gonna take you forever to get information from each single URL. But now let me show you a technique in Python that will let us click on each of these articles and get information, pull out information from each single article. So what we are going to do is that we are going to tell Python, hey Python, we have the link for each of these articles. What we want you to do is that we want you to click on each of these articles, and we want you to pull out the information. And of course, all of this is going to happen behind the scenes. You can't see what's going to happen. It's just going to happen behind the scenes, because obviously it's just a request that Python is going to make for each of these articles. So let me now head on over back to our project and show you how we can do that. And by the way, the script is going to be very, very similar. Probably for most of our websites, and any website you are interested in, it's gonna be very, very similar. But the difference is the structure of the HTML code that you are interested in, the structure of the HTML code of the page that you are interested in. So here, this main scraper is going to go to, it's going to make a request first, and then it's gonna make the beautiful soup object, and then what we want to get is that we want to get, let me here check out the elements for each of these articles. So the articles here are in article tag, and that article tag has blog post. So you can use this blog post class in order to access each of these articles. And then what we need to get from each of these articles is obviously the A tag, and the A tag has the href, and it also has a title. Because if you go, let me go to the view page source to show you the complete HTML code for this page. As you can see, let me search for article. As you can see, this is the article, and we have many of them. Article, and inside each article we have we have the A tag. So for example, this A tag, this one. Let me just highlight it. As you can see, this is the A tag. It has href and it also has a title. So let me zoom in so that you can see this. So it has here title, and that title is the text. So this title is the text. As you can see, this title, which is nothing but the title. This title. Let me zoom out. Is the title of each of these articles. So we need to get the href and the title. Again, it's the. Let me zoom out. So we have the href and we also have the title. As you can see, this is the title. So let me now head on over back to our project and work on that. First, the class here, the tag is going to be obviously article, but the class is going to be blog post. So here it's going to be blog post. And then what we want to get is that we want to get each article, and for each article we just need the to get the href, but we aren't going to get the text because there is no text. Remember, there is a title. There is a attribute called title. So we need to get that attribute and get the text from that attribute. So here I'm going to say, instead of this text, I'm going to say .a and then .get, and then we want to get the title. Here, title. And it's going to print out the title, and then what we want to do is that we want to format the URL and the title before we store them in our file. So we need to format this. We need to format the article before this line, the article formatted, before we store it in the file. So here I'm gonna add a new line just for the sake of making the file look organized. And then here article.a.get title. Don't forget to get the title, not the text, because we don't have here text. We have the title. The title has the text, and then we just add a new line again to make our file look organized and also human readable. And then after that, we just need to normally store the article formatted string, which contains the URL and the title. We just need to store it in the articles file. And then we want to click on each single href and then get or pull out information, pull out the paragraph or the article from each href. How can we do that? Well, to do that, we need to create a new function that will make another request to this URL, to this href that we will get for each single article, and then it's gonna repeat the process and use Beautiful Soup, and then it's gonna get the article. So we need to create a new function here. I'm gonna create a new function called get details, and it's gonna take the URL, and then it's gonna repeat the process. But before we work on this, where should we call this function? Well, we should call this function immediately after we write to this file, after we write the URL and the title to this file. We need to make a call to this get details to get the paragraph or the article for each article, the article text. So I'm going to pass here the URL. The URL is this. This is the URL. Remember, this is the URL. So I'm going to copy this and paste it here to pass it to this get details function and pull out information. So this get details is going to repeat the process, but a little bit differently. So we can copy these 3 lines, because we will let this function make a request and also use Beautiful Soup. So I'm going to copy these 3 lines, and then inside this get details function, I'm going to paste them, and then this function is just going to make a request to the article. So let me show you that in the browser. In the browser, as you can see, let me go back and show you how it's going to work.